Welcome. This is a presentation from DIY Marketing, where we say, yes, you can. Now, roll up your shirt sleeves and get out your elbow grease. You're going to learn how to become a dynamic DIY marketer.
Hi, I'm Lauren Darr coming to you from DIY Marketing, and we are going to talk about how to build a magnificent media list for you and your company. If you are incorporating press releases in your marketing strategy, which of course you should be, you need to have a great media list in order for those releases to actually generate the buzz around your company that you're wanting and that your products that are fantastic deserve. So you can't just put a press release on your website and expect that the media is going to just show up and pick that up. They are not spending time searching your websites. They're very busy, and quite frankly, they need the information fed to them. And that can be done in a number of ways. You can send your press releases out over a business wire or news distribution service. This is great for you, especially if you're starting out and you don't have a list, for you to be able to use to get the news out, or even if you're trying to expand your reach, it's a great idea to use that type of a service. Now, when you do get responses back, start generating your media list by maintaining a list of those contacts that are responsive and start cultivating those relationships. Now, there are some niche distribution services in specific areas. For example, there is a company that sends out press releases specifically for the pet fashion industry. So a lot of industries are like that and have people that do things specifically for that industry. Now, another thing that you can do is purchase a media list. Many companies do this and are available out there. You just kind of do some Google searches on something like that. You need to find out, though, how often they update their list, because you want to make sure that they're keeping contacts current. Media folks tend to move around to go from one place to another, either in local markets or even nationally. So you want to make sure that if you're purchasing a list, that it's the most updated one that you can buy. So media lists, I'm going to warn you, can range from a few $100s to multiple thousands of dollars, and that's of course in US dollars and currency. So make sure that you're really very specific about the type of list and who it is you're trying to reach, so that you can maximize the amount of money that you spend in your budget. Now, the other thing that you can do, although it's a little more time consuming, but it is more budget friendly, is you can build your own media list. If you are in a local area and catering to local media, you can go through and find out who are the television and the radio stations, what are the magazines that would be pertinent, what are the newspapers, any type of media, even online, and social media. Look those things up and start to generate a list of folks that you can send your press releases out to. Now, if you're more of a business-to-business type company and you're in a specific industry, you need to gather those publications that are specific to that industry and start generating a list of the online editors and producers and anyone that would be covering your specific industry. Now, another thing that you can do is go online and start doing searches in news directories. This also is a little more time consuming and it's a little bit less effective than going straight to those types of publications, but it also sometimes can give you nuggets of information and people that you need to reach that may not necessarily be mentioned in a masthead or that type of thing for a publication, and you can find some stringers. Stringers are folks that basically are freelance and writing for publications and not necessarily employed by the media that you're trying to reach. At the end of the day, what I want you to make sure that you do is make sure that you get the specific producer or reporter or writer that is covering your particular area. For example, if you're in a sports company, make sure that you're getting the person that's the sports editor. Or if you are a technology company, make sure that you're talking to the technology producer. Don't just send out blanket releases to everybody and their brother, because that can be kind of an annoyance, and you don't want to put that negative energy out there. Make sure that you're dealing with the people specific to your niche and the ones that you really need to be cultivating those relationships with. So if you have any questions, as always, please feel free to comment or send questions in on our website. Thank you for joining me today. So now you can go out there and build that magnificent media list for your company.
This has been a presentation of DIY Marketing. Thank you for joining us. Now get out there and market, because oh yes, you most certainly can.